To rephrase Uncle Ben, with great power comes even greater hate. At least that's what the Warriors have learned. They went from being everyone's favorite to the most hated. There's no doubt that the Warriors are a great team with some of the most iconic players, but they're turning into a team that no one likes. Now, there are a couple of reasons for that, and if you're a fan of the game, you'll probably agree with me too. Their rosters had a lot of oddballs who were kicked off other teams, like their small forward Steven Jackson. You might remember he was kicked out of his previous team for shooting a gun outside a strip club. Not very classy, and as you might have guessed, the team was the underdog of the league. The crowd went crazy when they beat the Mavericks and went on to win the series. You'll probably remember how their fans lost their minds and did everything except storm the court.
All the amazing, lovely fans came out. Time to celebrate, have a great time. World champions, and then...
The team's spirits were lifted by their loyal fans, and they crowd surfed across the cheering crowd. The underdog basketball teams from Northern California blew us away. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to keep the hype going. The team took some serious hits, and people aren't liking them anymore. You know who I'm talking about, right? Think about it. What will the team's most memorable thing be during this last championship series?
Realizing that we were back on top of the NBA world was one of the great moments of my life.
Mark Stevens, who's a co-owner, pushed Kyle Lowry, the point guard for the Toronto Raptors. When this billionaire venture capitalist invested in the Warriors in 2013,
representing 1947, Chris Dalmar, representing Howie Dalmar.
It was clear in which direction the co-executive chairman wanted to take the team.
It's time to raise the Warriors' 7th championship banner.
Of course, they wanted to link them with the tech moguls and the VCs of Silicon Valley, where all three men had made their fortunes. They put together a strong and diverse group of owners and hoped that it would be the biggest contributing factor to their continued success. Stevens was such a good fit for the team and so sure of his right to the benefits of ownership that he tried to hurt a rival player. Physical violence is never cool. He was kicked out of the arena, fined $500,000, and told he couldn't go to any games all season. You could tell how far the team had fallen because of this. We got to see a snobby, bratty team who were the superstars of the league for the last 10 years.
To welcome back former Warrior and Finals MVP Andre Iguodala.
Welcome back to the Bay.
The CEOs weren't the only problem, though. Even fans went from being super loved to being hated. After winning the championship in 2007,
It's all the hard work you put into it, dealing with all the ups and downs of the season.
their fans lost their cool and went a little wild. They've turned into a group of violent, unfunny people that everyone just loathed. The team quickly rose through the ranks and became fan favorites, but they're nothing like they used to be. Now, they're known as the team of tech bros and douchebags because they're too smooth and confident for their own good. This change will be completed when the team moves from Oakland's cramped and worn-out arena to San Francisco's shiny Chase Center. How did they get from where they were to where they are now? The right answer is their overconfidence and their sense of achievement. They think they can't be touched. After winning 3 of the last 5 NBA titles, they are on cloud 9. But then they lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Toronto Raptors in 2016 and 2017.
It's over! It's over! Cleveland is a city of champions once again! The Cavaliers are NBA champions!
Boo-hoo. It's heartbreaking to see them fall from grace. In their heydays, they were seen as fun and super cool because of their unique style of play, which combined lightning-fast ball movement with deadly three-point shooting. Before Durant joined the team, they were all super classy.
Hey, he already signed the contract, so whatever you want to do.
In the 4 years since their first big win, the team's happy, boyish attitude hasn't changed, whether it's the Splash Brothers scoring from impossible distances and positions.
No screen by Green for Curry. Jermichael Green set the block.
Iguodala and Green duking it out, or Curry chewing on his mouthguard at the free throw line. Their laid-back attitude might be the reason behind their downfall. Green clearly goes out of his way to be annoying. But other than him, and, well, Durant, the most important players on the team don't make it a point to be aggressive to the other team or their fans.
Well, she died of cancer when I was 11 years old, in front of me, actually.
It was a devastating day for our family.
Steve Kerr, the coach, is still well liked by fans and the media thanks to his easygoing personality and anti-Trump stance that's friendly to liberals, so we can't rule out the bad guy syndrome and any use of the dark arts. Then what's the problem? I do have a few theories, and most of them point toward one thing: the team's entitlement. We love them because they were such big softies with hearts of gold, but now they just aren't the same. They come off as bitter now, and it's super sad. It's obvious that the team still wants people to love them, and most of them try their hardest to make sure they do.
I'll tell you what, everyone in this arena is aware of it, aren't they, Tim?
Yep.
Everyone.
But it doesn't seem to be working out that way. Obviously, it's a blow to the ego to find out that you're no longer everyone's favorite, not even among your fans. The players have started to believe that people want them to lose.
The rehabs, it was just a dream.
It's going to be, amazing.
Well, we can't blame anyone. Fans don't like Green because he's just super petty and very full of himself.
Okay, stay locked in. Stay locked in. Win it.
Even though he played so well on the court. Of course, no one likes a trash talker, and the team has a few of them. Add in self-promotion, and you have two of the worst things anyone can do in the NBA. Most people are still holding out hope for them because they signed Durant after losing the 2016 NBA Finals, which made an already great team even better.
How about this? Steph Curry, Tristan Thompson, that's good defense. But late on the contest, Curry gets to his spot.
This made the playing field in the NBA shift in their favor and put every other team at a disadvantage. We can get mad at them because they care more about efficiency and shooting from the outside than about showing off and being creative inside the arc. Plus, they're obsessed with winning games, but lack the most important thing, that is, team spirit. They shifted their tactics, and now they win by staying out of the action instead of diving right in. Mostly because Curry and Thompson, those half-court menaces, shoot with a relentless robotic accuracy, and they can never catch you off guard. But it's not fun to watch them play anymore.
Look at the little shimmy move here, Kevin. You talked about. And then the fadeaway by Curry.
They've lost their spark, and it's been replaced by statistics. Maths, yuck. Their playing styles based mostly on data and analytics. This has been linked to a growing partnership between the team and Silicon Valley. A basketball team? Nope, more like corporate slaves. This may be the most annoying thing ever. While we don't like it, there is a method to their madness. System teams have dominated the NBA before. Both the Chicago Bulls and the Los Angeles Lakers have been known to be super calculating when it comes to the sport, and they had an amazing run in the league. Unfortunately, unlike these earlier rebels, though, the Warriors have become Silicon Valley's pawns at a time when people are getting angrier at big tech. Many of the companies that made the owners rich are fair targets of public anger. It was about the beauty of the game, not about the money. All of these points raise another super interesting question. How will people look back on these Warriors? They were known as the team that came up with a modern fast break, the team that produced the best shooter in NBA history.
Back dribble was in Lowry flying backward and then boom, splashing in his second dribble.
And the group that could go on scoring runs that had never been seen before. And yet, even though that team has a lot of good players, it's become the most hated in the league. That's all we have on the topic for now. See you in the next one.